Hey viewers, welcome back to Andy's Garage. Hey, working on this Hustler zero turn again. The owner told me they had this diagnosed at another shop as a bad starter. And before I was going to throw a starter at it, I told her I wanted to make sure that it wasn't something with the valves. But during the maintenance video I just made, this thing turned over great each and every time. So if there's a valve issue, pretty much all the time, but it's not. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to throw this starter at it, and we'll see what happens. All right, viewers, a little tip here. This starter is pretty really tough to get out. So little tip, put bolt back in there, take a hammer, knock her out just like that. You don't want to be hitting on this Bendix or anything because you can damage that. Just put a bolt in there and tap her out. All right, folks, I thought I'd just go ahead and take you through the reassembly. I got the old one out. It wasn't too bad. You just got to kind of use your head a little bit. Anyway, I got the new starter in. Got these bolts started. I always like to start my bolts and run them down as much as I can by hand before using power tools. Alright. This other ground wire. Alright. Although I did take off the power wire from the starter solenoid to the starter, because it did create a little bit more room for me. Go ahead and put it back on. Grab this washer. There we go. Not going to tighten up this nut quite yet. I'm going to wait until I get it on the starter. It's been so cold here the last few days. I had to use my torpedo heater in conjunction with my mini split because it has been below zero here. Oh, keep kicking that tripod. Let's take this nut off. Oh, just getting ready to say, please don't drop it. And I dropped it. That is a kind of a tight spot. It's not an impossible spot, but it's a tight spot. Come on. The magnet sticks to everything except for the thing you're trying to get. Dang it, I'm going to knock that tripod over before too long. All right. Let's find this cable here. Let's run her along here. There we go. All right, there you go. Now let's see if we can get this nut started. It's pretty stinking tight. Actually, I'm going to move this real quick. That ground wire is kind of in my way of getting down into there, because I can't move all these other lines out of the way. Come on, baby. There we go. There we go. I believe that was my 11mm wrench. What did I do with it? There she is. Yes, it's tight, but it's not impossible to get to. So I can say it's a fairly easy job to do. All right. I don't remember what that one was. I don't think it was 11, was it? Yeah, it was 11. I know I've got an 11mm socket over here. Yep, right here. All right. All right, where's my drill? It's hard to get anything into that spot there. That'll hold it. That'll hold her. All right. Let me put this ground back on here. Yeah, it was just in the way. All right. And I think that was 13 mil. All right. That is that. So we will double check everything here. Grounds are on. Sure I'm not missing something here that just so happen to forget. Here, we're gonna go ahead and put one of these bolts back in here just to hold this dipstick. And I'm gonna start this up and that dipstick shoot out. Ask me how I know. All right, that's tight. I know that is. I know that is. I know that is. Grounds are on. So let's move this step out of the way. Anything in the way? Nope. Just for giggles. Never know. Put the air cleaner back on temporarily. Fuel's on. All right, fire it up and see what happens. Oh, well, folks, you can't have a working lawnmower without, ta-da, without it grounded. Gotta have the battery connected. Here I am checking everything, and ding dong me. And put the battery ground back on. That's all right. We will do that now. Actually, I think I've got the socket in it. Nope, I think it's a 12 mil. No, it was 11 mil. It was 11 mil. That's 10. Yeah, I believe this was 11 mil. Oh, and I forgot, I lost my freaking 11 mil D-pulse socket down in there. So let's go from that end. Yeah, she rolled down in there. I'm gonna have to fish her out. Where is that's 13, coming from a 12. There we go. If I remember correctly, I believe she was on the bolt going to the starter. I'll have to look at the video just to double check, make sure I get it on the right one. All right. Either way, she'll still work. All right. All right. Crank it and see what happens. Yep. Sounds a lot better. Actually, this starter does sound a lot better than the other one. So, listen, that's actually what it was. So, I just don't like throwing starters at stuff when people say they have a hard time starting stuff. Because a lot of times it's your valve's out of adjustment. But in this case, it's clearly not. So, all right. Only thing that's left to do is I'm just going to go ahead and put this shroud cover back on. Well, that's going to end it for this video, folks. Like I said, the only thing I have left to do is I'm just going to put this shroud cover back on. That's nothing, you know, crucial. There's no trick to it. It's just like any other shroud cover. Just take bolts out and pops on out. Like I said, the only thing you got to keep in mind is you got to take this cover here. It goes on here. This has to come off. So you can get to these 3 screws here. I just put 2 back in just because there's a couple of shims in there. I don't want to lose them. Anyway, that's going to end this video for this mower. This is the last I've got to do to it other than pressure wash it, but I got to wait till probably the end of the week before I can do that because it is not going to be above freezing for several more days. And once I get this pressure washed, I'll get it back to them and hopefully they'll be happy, and I'll be happy if this video was helpful for someone. And if it was, like, subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching.